Hi everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to you, whatever time you might be watching this video. So my name is Williams, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel, Prep Class TV. So if this is your first time coming across our channel, please take a moment to hit on the subscription button and also hit on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post new videos. So this channel is dedicated to posting reliable videos about traveling and job opportunities, especially in Cameroon, and those who intend to travel from Cameroon or other African countries to Europe, America, or any other destination. So stay tuned. All right, so it's been a while I made videos here, and at this time I decided to come and share some very insightful information to you. And this information is particular about the country Lithuania. That is students who are here already studying. The video for today is going to be dedicated to life after school. So if you check through my channel, you'll see videos I've made before coming over here and even during studies and what to do, how to find jobs and all stuff like that. So this video of today is going to be for life after school. Like what are you supposed to do? Some kind of very important information and elements you need to make note of and do in order not to be left behind. So without wasting much time, these are the list of things we'll be discussing. The broad topic itself is life after school, and we'll be touching on you living the dormitory. For those who are living in dormitory, I will be looking at finding a new place that is outside of the dormitory and then declaring your address, which is something that has posed a lot of problems to foreigners, especially non-EU citizens. Then we'll talk about the situation of applying for your new residence permit, that is the one after the student status, and then we'll look at tax returns process and also some kind of general advice on how to go about life after school. So stay tuned. So congratulations on your graduation. You're now a graduate from one of the universities in Lithuania, and now you are supposed to move out of the dormitory if you were living there, and also supposed to update your status from that of a student to something else. Now, life is about to change for you, and to be honest, things are going to get challenging in the course of your life, especially if you're not prepared. Now, the first thing, of course, after you're graduating, is for you to leave the dormitory, and you normally receive a notification from your student affairs department or those responsible for the dorm that you have up to this moment to vacate the dormitory because other students will be coming to replace you. Of course, it makes sense. So that means you have to start looking for a place to stay. And talking about looking for a place to stay, I mean, the best site to look for that is always arodas.lt, where you will find different sorts of accommodation to suit your budget and location and any other thing which you might need. The site is dedicated to make sure that your needs are met adequately in terms of your budget, your location, pets, or whatever. So you simply just head over to arodas.lt and then put in the search that you need and get the different options and select from there. Of course, make sure that whoever you're renting under has agreed or agrees to give you some kind of documentation which you can use to declare your place of stay at the eldership or the council under which your location falls. Now, what is the eldership and what is this thing about? So, the country of Lithuania has different elderships that governs different localities. For example, I'm in Kaunas, and where I live, my own eldership is called the Grisupis eldership. In Lithuanian, it is called Sedunia, and they are responsible for declaring addresses of foreigners and even Lithuanians, and also they have other services that they render to both foreigners and Lithuanians. So, whenever you are staying in a particular place, or even when you change your location within Lithuania, you must make sure that the new location is registered at the eldership where you are supposed to do that. In case the new location is in another eldership, you need to make sure you look for that eldership and go there to declare your address. Now, that becomes a responsibility after you live in the dorm, because when you were a student, that was the job of the student administration to do that for you. They declare your address, and then you just go there and submit the document they give you, which has already been declared. But once you're out of the dormitory, that becomes your sole responsibility. So take note of that. It is very important. So, like I said, the eldership is also known as a Senunia in Lithuanian. And aside the service of registering address for foreigners and Lithuanians, they also have services that they render to foreigners, other services. And I was able to take a picture of the services that they render. One, they offer consultation and assistance for getting jobs. They offer consultation on healthcare issues. They offer consultation on legal issues, consultation on qualification improvement, restraining or study issues, consultation on house searching issues, consultation on preschool education issues, consultation on elementary, primary, secondary, vocational educational issues. And what caught my attention here was that it was written there that consultation takes place in now Yininke refugee camp somewhere in Venus, and pre-registration is required and all that. It says consultation are provided to all foreigners, regardless of legal status. Asylum seekers, refugee, granted asylum, illegal immigrants, temporary protection recipients, and even resettled persons. So I was able to take a photo shot of this at one of the Sinunia where I went to, and these are the services that they render aside the address declaration. So, in case you have issues with any of these things listed, you can consult your own eldership and request for some sort of assistance. But make sure you always register online and book appointment before you go. All right. Als- Also, now that you have graduated, your student residence permit might be left some moments for expires, but note that you're supposed to renew or apply for a new residence permit. That is like a postgraduate residence permit after you've graduated. Do not wait till the dead minute before applying. Even immigration always recommends that you apply like 4 months to the expiration of the current one so that there will be ample time left for processing. All right. So now, before you go for your new application, also note this. The government of Lithuania always grants foreigners 1 year stay after studies from university. And the 1 year will be to find a job or to start some kind of activity or business. So you can apply for that 1 year, and you might want to check on the documents needed to apply for that 1 year. However, if you were graduating and in the course of you graduating, you already had a job, like a job which is under an employment contract, you can simply just go and apply for a new residence permit under your company. That is, if your company agrees to issue a mediation letter on your behalf. Many companies do that. Those who are working under contracts, they can do that for you. You simply go under that contract or under the company's contract, and they will issue a mediation letter to the migration on your behalf, and then you simply go there and present yourself, submit all the credentials that you need to submit, and that's it. However, I always recommend that you talk with your company HR before taking a step on that, and also make sure to consult the documents that you will need before going for that, especially the proof of funds, because it keeps changing every year and it keeps going higher. However, if you're under a company, you don't really need that because your employment contract covers that for you. But if you're going for the postgraduate TRP, which is 1 year, you would need a proof of funds. So take note of that. Now, in terms of the documents which you will need, normally one of them is supposed to be proof of stay, a proof of residence declaration. Now, In case you have not declared your new address after leaving the dormitory, if you were there, that is not an issue. In the course of you filling the form online, you can simply put the option there which says you will declare your place of stay at the eldership, right? There's an option there like that. So once you select that option, you don't need any document to submit at immigration at that moment. But make sure that after your therapy is out, you have 1 month, that is between the day it was issued to 1 month time, to go to your eldership and declare your address. Like I said, always make sure that who on whoever you're staying under, that is your landlord, should be someone that has agreed to issue a document to you. Document that will show that you are staying here, and the document should be acceptable at the eldership. Most landlords do not, so that will be your responsibility. Make sure you both agree on that. Also, the declaration of address at the eldership is free. All it needs is your residence card and the document from your landlord or the agency under whom you're staying. Just just those two documents. Go to the eldership, book appointment first, please. Then go to the eldership and then declare your address. It takes just minutes and you'll be done. All right. All right. So now let's talk about tax returns. So if you're working in Lithuania, know that at the start of every new year, that is from February to about May of a new year, you have the opportunity to declare your taxes for the previous year, right? And there is this body called the VMI in Lithuania, who are those responsible for doing that for you. Now, you don't necessarily need to do it yourself if you don't know. All you need to do is simply just go online, search for the number for VMI, call, you will speak to a customer support agent. Always request the English option if you don't speak Lithuanian. So you request a customer service option for English and then speak to an agent and tell them that you want to file for tax returns. So what they will do at that moment is simply just ask you some questions like where are you working, where did you work previously, in case you have changed companies, you know, and all those kind of questions. Just make sure you answer them correctly and honestly. And after that, they will calculate everything and tell you that this is what you're going to get if it is found true. So all you need to do at that point is just to relax. So if the authorities concerned are going to do their processing and investigations, and if it's approved, then the money will be wired into your account. That is it. So you don't need to necessarily go online and start bucking your head to fill whatever. Just call and everything will be handled over the phone. It's that easy. So go to Google VMI.lt, use Chrome, which translates the page to English, so you can easily know what to do. Also, as a foreigner in a country, whether you're in Lithuania or any other country, you might want to be up to date. You might want to stay up to date to changes in policies that affects immigrants. And the body in every country responsible for that is the immigration department. In Lithuania, we have the Migracia. And for you to stay up to date, I'll recommend you to always stick to their page. They have a Facebook page, so you should go there and follow the page so that whenever they release information, you will see it on your Facebook feed and you will read. A lot of information have been coming up, and it is through that portal which you get to know about changes in different aspects that affect you as a foreigner living in the country. There are also other Facebook groups for jobs and for foreigners living in the country. For example, in Kaunas, there is a group on Facebook known as Foreigners in Kaunas. If you're living in Vilnius, there's a group for foreigners in Vilnius. If you're in another city, you can check and search for it on Facebook. It is very important that you belong in a kind of community where you get to see updates. Very importantly, these groups also serve as a communion where you can ask questions and people in the forum who are versed with what you're asking will answer. I've There are a lot of questions coming up there, and people answer based to the best of their knowledge. So it's also a group where you can find answers to some kind of questions. So I recommend wherever your location is in Lithuania, search for your own group and be part of it and stay active and very responsible. Now, this last one I'm about to say is just like an advice, and it's applicable to both current students and even those who have left school, possibly mostly to current students. There are three of them, which I'll tell you. The first one, especially to those coming new into Lithuania, please take note of this. There are students in your class who are not active in lessons. They are always looking for those smart ones to get closer to in order to exploit them. For example, when they notice that you are an active student and you are always participating in class and excelling, they want to get close to you and they'll start using some kind of means like asking you to send your works to them. For example, they give you assignments or they give you some kind of group task. Some of them will shadow it away, leaving you to do it, and then later on they'll come with some excuse or some will even offer you money shows that you should add their name like they participated even though they did not. I want you to stay honest. If they did not participate, indicate they did not participate. If they get closer to you, like trying to ask for your works or for your assignments so they can copy, do not share your assignments. You might end up putting yourself in trouble because these people, when they take your works, they do not even try to make changes on it to make it look different. They take it as it is and then submit. So they might end up being some sort of issue with copy work, and you will go down for it because you were too kind. That's not kindness. It's actually being stupid. All right. So beware of those people. They are more concerned with their job and they have forgotten the reason they are in Lithuania. The ultimate reason was to study. And after study, then you can work. But even if you have a job while studying, make sure you fulfill all the requirements that involves your studies. It's very important. There are lecturers who fail you because you were not participating in their course actively. You were absent and all that. Take note of that. So take note of some of these students and also make sure that you participate in all your lessons actively. You may have a job, but please, the ultimate reason for coming was to study. So make sure you complete your studies and have good grades. The next one I'll tell you is about the use of artificial intelligence, AI, especially ChatGPT and the other kinds of AIs. Please avoid using them in your assignments or your thesis or your internship reports. I read one article once, it was just recently, that 10 students were dismissed from Venus University for using AI. I don't know if it was on their thesis or whatever. I read that online. Do not be do not be a victim. Take your time, plan your research, find your ideas, and put them down. Don't go to ChatGPT and ask questions to copy answers and put there. It won't help you. You will be tracked. You are going to be tracked. All the universities have very potent and strong plagiarism checkers, which will screen your entire work and detect if you used AI or not. You don't want to be a victim. So please take note of that. The third one is when you're using the buses. You see the different buses? Please always make sure that your Yoga's card or the app or maybe your student's Yoga's card or I don't know, whatever card you use, make sure it's loaded with money. Those buses are cheap, they are affordable, especially for students. You have a lot of discount. Make sure you pay your tickets. You don't want to embarrass yourself when the bus control agents harasses you because of not paying. I don't know if it's 25 cents or 50 cents, please. And if you're caught, your name might enter into some kind of record, which I don't know how it will impact you in the future. So don't take that risk ever. All right. So this is all I had for you guys this time, and I hope it will be helpful and impactful to someone out there. So make sure you just go through. In case you have questions, you can drop them, and I'll answer you. Thank you, and do have a nice time.